Welcome back to our final segment of Upper Michigan Today. All week long, our First Alert weather team has been tracking a winter storm.
We'll check in now with our TV6 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jennifer Perez with the timeline and impacts of this storm.
Thanks a lot for joining Upper Michigan Today, Jennifer.
Yeah, thanks for having me. We usually do this early on in the show, but that's okay. We're shaking it up a little bit differently today, especially since this winter storm is coming later on today. So we've kind of been first alerting you to the potential of some changes with this winter storm for the past couple of days now. In fact, the situation is that a lot of the models for the past couple of days have been rather inconsistent with the track of this winter storm system. And a lot of them have been trending it more south and southeast in the last 24 hours. That's exactly what is panning out. We had that potential and that big question mark since this weekend on if that was going to actually come into fruition. And that's the trend for us with this system. Now, the system is many hundreds, thousands of miles away from the UP right now. It's moving through Kansas and it's tracking north and northeast. Let's go ahead and take a look at the radar full screen here on the chroma key. Thank you. That system over into Kansas with a lot of rain and some snow into Iowa right now. So the track of this is a little bit more south and east of the UP, and that changes a lot of variables for us. But we're expecting this low pressure to track right across north of Chicago, across Lake Michigan, into central to / northern areas of the lower peninsula between today and tomorrow. Since the track is a little bit more south and east, it adjusts the axis of where we're expecting our biggest impacts, along with where we're expecting our heaviest snowfall. Now, this morning, it's been rather quiet. We've had a few spotty snow showers, and that's basically it. So, if you have any errands to run and you don't want to do it in the snow, now's the time to get it done over the next couple of hours. So here's what you need to know. It is a TV6 First Alert weather day. We did make changes to that because the track of the system has changed a little bit more. So what we've done is we've issued that First Alert weather day for the central and the eastern counties. Those areas are under winter storm warnings. We're still expecting our worst conditions this afternoon and evening. That is still forecasted as we've been forecasting it for the past several days now. And we're also still expecting slushy, sloppy road conditions along with some windy conditions that'll strengthen this afternoon and evening, and that's going to cause blowing snow. So we do have some difficult travel later on in the day extending into this evening. So the central eastern UP, this is the visual depiction of the area under the First Alert weather day. Now, let's talk about the changes with that track. With that track changing a little bit more so, we've shifted the snowfall a little bit further east. So our interior, central, and eastern areas have generally a range of around 7 to 9 inches of snow, with some isolated locations potentially pushing around a foot of snow in southern Marquette County, Alger, northern Schoolcraft, and Luce counties. We have ranges of around 4 to 6 inches, kind of cupping and cusping right along portions of Iron, western Marquette County, and then right along the shoreline of Lake Michigan. And for the city of Marquette, where they're at a lower elevation. Regardless, if you're in those areas, plan on poor road conditions this afternoon and evening. Make sure to stay up to date by going ahead and scanning this QR code for our TV6 First Alert weather app. We will keep you up to date throughout the course of the day via this weather app, and then later on into the afternoon with First Look and early news, as well as our late news as well. Temperatures at this moment in the mid-30s. If we get down to the freezing mark, we'll see a faster transition to that wet snow in the eastern UP. That snow moves in this afternoon. This is 4:30, mainly as we've been talking about our central and our eastern counties, continuing rather strong with heavy intensities this evening extending through tonight. So, Tia, we are looking at a bit of a mess out there with some of those stronger winds, potentially whiteout conditions along M28 and US 2 here later on this afternoon and evening. So I urge caution if you're in those areas and you have to travel.
Oh man, there's nothing like a winter storm to kick off the spring season, but after that blizzard that we had just a couple of weeks ago, I think we're all a little bit better prepared for this winter weather. I wanted to thank you for joining the program today, Jennifer, and for keeping all of us safe and informed.
Yeah, thank you.
And Dan, you know, it is a first alert weather day, so we do just want to, you know, encourage all of you to be safe, use caution, use your best judgment, whether you're heading out for your regular commute or maybe you're heading to the Marquette Regional History Center for the premiere of My Sister at 6:30. We want you to be safe. We've just got about 15 seconds left. Dan, you going cross-country skiing in today's snow?
I don't think so. It's too wet and sloppy, so.
It might be a day to hunker down inside. Thanks a lot for joining us here. I'll be back here tomorrow.